Hi, third grade. Here we are together for another week of learning. We're in week 17, and we're ready to start with math lessons, or module 6, lesson 4. And we're just going to do 2 lessons this week because then it will leave us with just 1 for next week. So I wanted to make sure that we could do 2 this week. We'll do 2 next week, plus the end of the module, and then we'll start a new module the week after that. So get your Module 6, Lesson 4 papers in front of you. It starts on page 151. And get a pencil so that way you can follow along, and we will begin. Okay, so we are going to be relating subtraction and division together. So you'll be able to show how subtraction and division are related, and you'll be able to use repeated subtraction or a number line to solve a division problem. So Kai makes these dog treats. We can see this tray of dog treats, and there's a whole bunch on the tray. He wants to give his dog 3 treats a day. How many days will the dog treats last? So we know he made dog treats, and he wants to give his dog 3 treats every day. And he wants to know how many days he can give him these dog treats. Well, it doesn't tell us how many he made, but we have a picture here, and we can count them to see how many total treats he made. So he made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So he made 21 treats. So now we need to figure out how many days he can feed his dog 3 treats per day. So this, for the division problem, we're going to have 21 total treats divided by 3 treats every day. And we need to figure out how many days. So we know that there are going to be 3 in each group. So we know how much is in each group. Now we just need to figure out how many groups there are. So we've got day 1, and there's your 3 treats. Day 2, now we are up to, so there's 3 treats. This would be 6 treats, right, that have been used, because we need to get to 21. Day 3, that's 9 treats that have been used. Day 4, that's 12 treats that have been used. Sorry, I'm just going to fix my focus real quick so I see it keep going in and out. We've got day 5, 3 treats for day 5. So now we're up to 15 treats that have been given to the dog or been used. Day 6, we've got 3 more treats, so now we're up to 18 treats. Day 7, there's our 21st treat given to the dog on day 7. So if Kai gives 3 treats every day and there are 21 total treats, the treats will last 7 days. Right? Day 7 is when we get to 21. So the treats will last 7 days. So 21 divided by 3 equals 7. So we can see that over the course of 7 days, if he gives his dog 3 treats every day, it'll be 7 days when he finally gets to his last treat, and he'll have to make some more treats for his dog. All right, now we're going to move on to page 152. And we have Nala here. And Nala uses cloth to make coats for dogs. She has a bolt of cloth that is 28 feet long. I don't know if you've ever been into like Joann Fabrics or any place like that sells fabric. A bolt of cloth is what is wrapped around that cardboard piece in the middle. So if all the fabric that's in the store, they're on bolts. So that's what they're talking about here. So Nala uses cloth to make coats for dogs. She has a bolt of cloth that is 18 feet long. Each piece of cloth she cuts is 2 feet long. How many pieces of cloth does Nala cut? So we know how much cloth does she have total. Well, she has 18 feet total, and every cut she makes is going to be 2 feet long. So each piece, she needs 2 feet of cloth to make a coat for one dog. So after Nala cuts one piece from the bolt, how much cloth is left on the bolt? Well, if it's 18 feet to start, and she just cuts one piece, how much is she cutting for one piece? She's cutting 2 feet for one piece. So this would be 18 minus 2. 18 minus 2, which is that one piece from the bolt that she cuts off. 18 minus 2 would be 16. So she would have 16 feet left after cutting enough for one coat off of her bolt. How could you use a number line to show how many pieces of cloth Nala cuts? Well, couldn't we count? We could start at 18 and go backwards by 2 to see how, because each jump will be one piece from the coat. Okay, so we're gonna start at the number 18, and then jump backward 2 numbers per jump. Right? Because each jump will be one piece of fabric that's being used, or that will be one coat. Okay? So let's do that. So we're going to start at the number 18. And we're going to jump backwards 2 numbers. So if we go backwards 2 numbers, the first jump would be to 16. Our next jump would be to 14. Our next jump would be to 12. Then 10. Then 8. I hope you can see a pattern here. Then 6. Then 4. 2. And finally 0. So she will be able to use all of her fabric to make dog coats, right? She has enough fabric to make an even amount or an equal amount of dog coats. So how do we know how many jumps to make? Well, we're going to count back by 2s until we get to 0. Count back by 2s until you're at 0. So how many pieces of cloth does Nala cut? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So she could cut 9 pieces of cloth. So see, this is repeated subtraction, right? This is if we were subtracting by 2 each time, right? We could start at our 18 minus 2, which equals 16. Then 16 minus 2 would equal 14. Then 14 minus 2 equals 12, and so on and so forth, right? And that would just keep going as we went down our number line, because as you go this way on the number line, you are subtracting. When you go the other way on the number line, you are adding, but right now we're subtracting, which shows how we can relate subtraction to division. So page 153. So here's where we're going to use subtraction to find how many pieces of cloth Nala cuts for the dog coats. So we're still using this problem over here, and we're going to to now, instead of using the number line, we're going to demonstrate it just like I just showed you over here. So we would start with 18 minus 2, and that would equal 16. Then we would have 16 minus 2, which would equal 14. 14 minus 2 equals 12. 12 minus 2 equals 10. 10 minus 2 equals 8. 8 minus 2 equals 6. Oops, sorry. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 4 minus 2 equals 2. And then 2 minus 2 equals 0. So how many different subtraction, or how many times did we subtract until we got to 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which was the same number of jumps we did, right? So it's the same thing. So it took us 9 times. So that means 8 divided by 2 equals 9. And we can also write our problem like this as well. And this tells me 8, and this symbol means divided by 2, and then we would put 9 up there. So the number that we are dividing is the dividend. The number that we are dividing by is the divisor, and your answer is the quotient. Okay, so let's check for some understanding. So now we're back with Nala again, and she's got another bolt of cloth. So she's got another one of those things that are all wrapped around that cardboard. So Nala has another bolt of cloth that is 10 feet long. How many 2 feet pieces of cloth can Nala make? Complete the jumps on the number line and the repeated subtraction. Write a division equation and solve. So we know her bolt is 10 feet long, and she wants to do them in 2 feet pieces. Okay? And notice this has already been started for us. We started at 10, and they jumped down 2, another 2, another 2. So we need to continue it. There's another 2, and there's the last 2. So 10 minus 2 equals 8. 8 minus 2 equals 6. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 4 minus 2 equals 2. And 2 minus 2 equals 0. So our division problem, we know she has 10 feet of cloth. She's going to cut them in 2 feet sections, or 2 feet pieces. So 10 divided by 2 equals, how many times did we subtract, or how many times did we jump? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Okay. Whoops. My camera's a little funky. There we go. That's better. All right. So we're leaving Nala behind, and now we're going to have a jug. And a jug holds 8 cups of juice. Elliot drinks 5 cups of juice each day. How many days will the jug of juice last? Write a division equation to model the problem. So the jug holds 8 cups of juice. Elliot drinks 2 cups of juice each day. And we want to know, how many days will the jug of juice last? So this would be 8 divided by 2 equals, so let's do our repeated subtraction. 8 minus 2 equals 6. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 4 minus 2 equals 2. 2 minus 2 equals 0. So we got to 0. So how many times did we subtract? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So that means the jug of juice will last 4 days. So we did our repeated subtraction, and we showed our division problem, and then we have our 4 days. Margot has a package of 15 bows. She puts 3 bows on each stuffed bear. How many stuffed bears does Margot put bows on? Well, let's first figure out what is our division problem. She has a total of 15 bows. And she's going to put 3 bows on each bear. So she has a total of 15 bows, and she wants to put 3 bows on each bear. So she wants to figure out how many bears she could put bows on. So it would be 15 divided by 3. Now we have a picture over here to help us. So we know the number in each group is 3, right? We know there's going to be 3 bows on each bear. Almost like a tongue twister. So we need to figure out how many groups there are, meaning how many bears there are. So we could circle groups of 3, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many bears can she put bows on? She could put bears on 5, or bows on 5 bears. So 5 bears. Okay, so we were able to just do the groups. Okay, we're going to skip number 4. We're going to move on to number 5. Allie saves $3 each week. She wants to save $27 to buy a pair of boots. How many weeks will it take for Allie to save $27? So we know that Allie is going to save $3 every week. She's going to put $3 every week away, probably in her piggy bank or in somewhere safe, because she needs to get to $27 so she can buy that pair of boots. So we need to figure out how many weeks will it take for her to save $27. So our total money she needs to save is $27. Every week she's going to put $3 away, so divided by 3, and then that's going to tell us how many weeks it's going to take for her to save up for her boots. So let's start with 27 minus 3. 27 minus 3 is 24. 24 minus 3 equals 21. 21 minus 3, I've got to do some regrouping on this one. So my 2 becomes a 1, my 1 becomes an 11. 11 minus 3 is 8, and then I bring down my 1, 18. 18 minus 3 equals 15. 15 minus 3 equals 12. 12 minus 3, some more regrouping. I can't do 2 minus 3. So my 1 in the tens place becomes a 0, and my 2 in the ones place becomes a 12. 12 minus 3 is 8. Oh no, sorry. 9. My brain. It's early Sunday morning for me. All right, now 9 minus 3, I apologize for that one, is 6. I'm running out of room. 6 minus 3 is 3, and 3 minus 3 is 0. So how many times did we subtract? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to take her 9 weeks to save enough money to buy a pair of boots. That's just a little bit over 1 month for her to save enough money for her boots. So I'm going to have you complete set 6.4 for independent work. And I'm going to have you I'm just looking to see if there's any I want you to skip or that you don't need to do. So that page looks okay. And that page looks okay. So you are good to go. So you are going to complete 6.4 and either send it to me in school or take pictures of the front and the back so that way I can grade it. And we'll have one more lesson for this week and I will get that recorded soon. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.